Welcome to Inside Outboards with your host, Cody Bass.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Big hello to all the new subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We have a lot of fun and we learn some things along the way. And who knows what else. So, got started at it pretty early this morning, went through a lower unit, impeller, gear oil change, zincs. Then I shifted over to chainsaw sharpening. I don't like chainsaw sharpening. Then I shifted over to lawnmowers. I'd rather work on outboards. Then what did I feel? Pressure washer. Finished up, or just buttoned up the 35 Evinrude in the last video. Got it out there for the rack. The owner's supposed to be in here tomorrow around noonish to pick all three up and pay his bill. He gonna pay the bill. He gonna pay the bill. Yeah, he does. And then after we swapped out the 35 and got it out, we brought the DT40. Two-stroke, two-cylinder, single carburetor, oil injected Suzuki in here. And we're gonna basically get it in and I'm just gonna give it a once over real quick, and then tomorrow I'll finish up the facts check. But I got another big boat, or a boat with a bigger motor, coming in here either tomorrow or the next day, and one more lawn mow to do. Right back. Mow the grass, mow the grass, got to mow the grass. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. I'm talking about rhubarb wine. That's not my only rhubarb bush. Over there in them weeds where you can't see it, there's another big old elephant rhubarb. And then I was looking at my little plant right there next to the garden hose. Those are gooseberries. Now you take them gooseberries, some of them raspberries, some of them currants, and a big old bag of them plums. Ooh, you got some wine then? I got the grass mowed, looking all pretty. Hey, the boat's gone. But guess what'll be here in about tomorrow or the next day? Another one, sort of like the other one. Except it's a 115 Yammy stall, I think it is. Got my flowers flowering, but my salmon. What do you think, guys? I was thinking, let's take that salmon, since he's spawning pretty good. I was thinking about replacing him with a, well, what it was going to be is, I ain't going to tell you. You'll have to see. But now remember, I live in the Pacific Northwest on Kodiak Island, Alaska. Salmon is king. So, I got to be careful what I do. But I'm thinking about doing something. Yeah, and I got some cilantro and some buttercrisp lettuce. Oh, there's the cutie. It's a cutie. Today I also did a bunch of lawnmowers, chainsaw, a pressure washer. Lordy, lordy. But here's where we're going next. Now, I pulled off the cowling on this here guy. And I'm not going to start the fax check tonight. It's about 10 p.m. at night and I'm tired. I've been going at it since morning. On this here DT. So, what I noticed, you understand, was that them spocky wires are unhooked. This is how I found it. The spocky wires. And somebody been playing around over here. Yeah. Sure is. And of course, the commercial fisherman's motor. You can see there's that stuff they spray on it. Just makes a sticky mess out of all of it. But we'll get a compressiones check on it. But she feels good. Twin cylinders, single carb with VRO, variable oil injection. It don't say variable oil injection on the hood. It just says Suzuki oil injection. I might take it off there. This guy didn't sound like he had a whole lot of hope for this motor. And also I noticed the spark plugs are just finger loosey. Finger loosey. But not really a big fan of VRO when a motor gets this old. And you say, how old is it? I don't know. I didn't know how you tell on a Suzuki. And it's all messed up anyway. There's probably a date on there somewhere, but I can't see it. It's all 80s, I'm sure. But I've got a Yamaha over there that is not even supposed to be in the United States, according to YAMAHAUSA.com. They said that Yamaha got over there. I show you. That Yamaha. Ha 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 ha. Right there. That one. They say that ain't supposed to be in the United States of America. And Alaska is the 49th state, you understand. And Kodiak's a chunk of that state, you understand. Again. But yeah, that motor, instead of saying reverse and forward, says and Avante. So I would say they're correct. But one thing I really like about that one is it's the same as this DT40 here. Twin cylinder, single carb. And it run good. I got a video, you can go look at it. It run good. So, oh man, you can't even see. But yeah, this one, the owner, well, if you can get it going, whatever, Well, the throttle's nice and loose. Must be all that goop he put on there. So, it's late. I'm tired. Creepy crawlies. And then a water pump. He wants the water pump. Impeller. Heck, you're probably not even in there, are you? So what I got to do, once I take off the water pump housing, is do my Yammy hammy stuff and see if I even got one. Because I'm not 100% sure in it. There's the cup. There's the key. Got a little memory set. Yeah, she's pretty worn down. So well, I'm gonna look at my Yamaha shelf in there and see if I got one. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I got one new trim tab. There's your part number. There's your brand new zinc tab. There's the old one. And then I got the impeller. I'm lining up this little tab in here. There's a little tab that fits down I don't know if you can see it. Little bitty tab, and it fits in a little slot in there. You gotta make sure that's in there. It's kind of hard to oil, but that got it. So it fits in there nice and flush, like so. Then we come down. There you go. When you go. On you go, don't you know? Little grease on them too. Can't hurt. Okay. Get in there. Don't quite look right. Better. That's more better. Coming out the top hole now. Pressing real slow to get the bubbles out. Maybe one more. That's about all. Okay. Let's go back in with the top screw. Go. Alright, then I take my big blob of Vaseline, and when I pull this one out, I shove that in that hole, like so, and clog that hole up, and that way I ain't dripping oil everywhere. A little dab would do ya. Okay. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. And clean her up a little bit. There's what the oil that was in there looked like. Hopefully you can see it. A little on the milky side. Ooh, the bumblebee. So, we've now got a new impeller. A new trim tab zinc right here.
and a gear oil change. So this one's ready to get a bill done up and be picked up. And then we will start on Mr. Suzuki. So let me get this part cleaned up and I'll get some motors switched out. We'll get that old tired 35 out of the tank and get this DT over there. I'll be back. Grab us a tool.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Big hello to all the new subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We have a lot of fun and we learn some things along the way. And who knows what else. So, got started at it pretty early this morning, went through a lower unit, impeller, gear oil change, zincs. Then I shifted over to chainsaw sharpening. I don't like chainsaw sharpening. Then I shifted over to lawnmowers. I'd rather work on outboards. Then what did I feel? Pressure washer. Finished up, or just buttoned up the 35 Evinrude in the last video. Got it out there for the rack. The owner's supposed to be in here tomorrow around noonish to pick all three up and pay his bill. He gonna pay the bill. He gonna pay the bill. Yeah, he does. And then after we swapped out the 35 and got it out, we brought the DT40. Two-stroke, two-cylinder, single carburetor, oil injected Suzuki in here. And we're gonna basically get it in and just I'm just gonna give it a once over real quick, and then tomorrow I'll finish up the facts check. But I got another big boat, or a boat with a bigger motor, coming in here either tomorrow or the next day, and one more lawn mow to do. So that's going to be on this one. So let's get this Suzuki, let's get the Evinrude out, DT40 Suzuki in, and then we'll get all set up for a fact check and all that stuff. And see these little guys here? They pay me nothing. I don't even know who they are. I think they're out of Japan. I know, it says right on it, made in Japan. But they're called vampires. I know they were around 45 bucks, and you say, man, that's a lot of money to pay for a little wire snipping pliers. I'd pay twice that much for this product. I would literally pay double for it. After having these, I could not go back to not having it. A skeeter trying to get me, creepy crawlies. But what makes them so great, I'll show you. Let me find one. There you go. I got, look. When you get these old screws and they get all rusty and you got to try and get them out, on these vampires, they got teethus on the tip end of it. See that little gap in there? And you can literally, when you can't get a screwdriver to grab it, you can get them teeth on it, them fangs. I mean, you get them on it and squeeze that, and that screw, either the head's going to pop off or it's coming out. And they've got a similar thing on the side. And if you can see the teeth in there, there's a ditch, a channel in there with ridges. And I don't know if you can see it, but right here it says Vampire, made in Japan. They pay me nothing, as I said. I actually saw another YouTuber who was using them. Oh, and they've got another grip back here that's just sharp as can be. And what does that say? That says V1-00-8, being 8 inches long, I think. Very well made. Like I said, I couldn't go back, and I do intend to buy a couple more products from this company, Vampliers, because they now make this basic same setup in a couple different sizes and as a locking plier. And that's, excuse me, that sounds very, very appealing to me to have the locking pliers. But I'm telling you what, these things ain't no Phillips screw or whatnot gonna give me no arguments. I cut a damn head off. I just twisted his neck right off and for the way. Good product. Check them out. Like I said, I'm not endorsed by anybody. Don't actually know who the company is, but I'm sure they're on the interscreen somewhere, and you should be able to find them. So give them a look. So, all right. How's that for a sunset? Yeah, it's about 11 something. Finally got all my tools put away, and it's just such a pretty sunset. Red skies at night, oh. Yeah, it's a pretty sunset. Yeah, it's pretty out. Stay tuned, more vids are coming on Inside Outboards with Cody Bass.